Hey guys, welcome back to my channel again. And if this is your first time here on the channel, I am happy to have you here. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with us how I made this beautiful wrist pin cushion because my pins have been disappearing a lot lately. So I decided to go to the market and buy this, and the price was quite expensive for me, so I decided to make one for myself. So if you're interested in learning how I made this, keep on watching and let us get straight into this video. For this project, you'll be needing a round piece of fabric. You can use any bowl of your choice, any size of bowl depending on what you want to achieve to trace this onto your fabric. But if you want to achieve exactly what I got, my bowl measures about 7 inches. Next, you'll be needing a piece of fabric for your band, okay? So I folded in about half an inch. I ironed it down to secure it in place at both ends of this my fabric, and originally this fabric is about 11 inches by 3.5 inches. So after folding half an inch on both ends, I am left with about 10 inches. Next, you'll be needing any stuffings of your choice. I'm going to be using fiber for this project. And next, you'll be needing a round base. It should be hard. You can trace this off from a strong cardboard paper and trace out the size that you want your pincushion to be. You'll also be needing a velcro. I just found out that some people in Nigeria call this thing husband and wife. It was so funny when I found out. You'll be needing a glue gun, and you'll be needing matching thread and needle. Pardon me, I couldn't find the exact shade of thread I needed, and because I was shooting this video in the night, I had to make do with what I have. Green is greener, irrespective of the shade. Okay, so now I am going to bring my round piece and my thread and needle. I doubled my thread and needle so that it doesn't break when I am going to be pulling on it later, and I made sure to tie a knot at the end so that my seams don't come undone. So I am going to be coming down about half an inch from the top of this my circle, and I'll start making a running stitch. So watch carefully so that you see what I'm doing. Just all you need to do is make a running stitch, drag it out, okay, kind of like you're creating a gather using needle and thread, and somewhere along the line you see that this thing is beginning to take shape. It's looking kind of like a bonnet, kind of like a small bag with, you know, space for you to put something inside. So I'm just going to do this until I get to the end. That's where I started from, okay? Alright guys, I have gotten to the end, and this is what it looks like. I'm just trying to even out my gathers and open this up a little bit so that I can put in my stuffings. Can you see what it looks like? It looks like a mini bonnet and mini bag, kind of a mini drawstring bag. So I am going to start stuffing this with my fiber. So I'm just going to be putting it in and in and in, and when I get the desired result that I want, I will go in with my round base. Now that I am satisfied with what I have here, I'm going to go in with my round base. For this my round base, I used a very strong color gum to create it. I cut out like 6 pieces and gummed it together, and it is strong enough. So after inserting it inside like this, I am going to pull on that thread to close everything up. So I'm going to keep pulling. As I'm pulling, I am using my hand to just kind of give it a nice round shape. So I'm going to pull until the entire thing is covered by the fabric and no white thing is showing anymore. So I'd like to point out that the main reason why I added this round base is to make sure that the pins do not prick my skin by accident, okay? Because if it's just the fiber, I feel like it's going to be easy for that needle to prick my skin by accident. So this round base helps to prevent that, and I feel like it also helps to give the pincushion a very nice round shape, okay? This one is just my speculation. So right here, this is me passing my needle and thread underneath and trying to stitch this thing down. So I'm going to do this multiple times to make sure that it is well secured. I am going to keep tacking it down, and this is what it's looking like, guys. It's looking so beautiful. I am already excited, you guys. Can you hear that from my voice? So after sewing this down a couple of times, I am going to go ahead and make a knot at the end. I'm going to make a couple of knots because I'm not ready for any unpleasant surprises. I don't want this thing to unravel. And next I'm just going to use my scissors and cut out the excess thread. So right now the pin cushion itself is ready. This is what it's looking like. It's so beautiful. And the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is work on the handle, that's the band. Now I am going to be bringing the fabric for the band. Remember that I folded it in by 1/2 inch and ironed it down earlier on both ends. I'm going to fold this together, right sides facing each other, and I am going to make a stitch, turn it inside out, iron it, and this is what it looks like, guys. Next I'll take it to my sewing machine and make a decorative stitch all around, and this is what it looks like. This decorative stitch is optional. You don't have to do it if you don't want to do it. So the next thing I'm going to do now is attach my velcro on this my band. The velcro that I'm working with is the big size. I don't have the tiny size, so because of this I'm going to place it on my band and measure out the width and just cut that out. Okay, so after cutting that out, I am going to place it like this and I'm going to be gumming it down with my glue gun. But before I do this, I would like to just wrap it around my wrist to see how far it wraps around my wrist so that I'll know where to start placing this my velcro from. So as you can see, I'm just trying to cut out any excesses because I don't want my velcro to just be showing anyhow, if you know what I mean, guys. So I'm going to open this thing up, and with the help of my lighter I'm going to be burning out the edges, okay, the sides. You know, I cut out some parts, so I don't want those parts to fray, and this is why I'm just using my lighter to burn this part out. And next I'm just going to place this on my band. Okay, so I'm going to bring one, apply my glue on it using my glue gun, and I am going to be placing it carefully on one end of this my band. Okay, so can you see what I'm doing? So when you place it, you press it down and leave it to dry out a bit. And next I am going to flip this band over to the other side and place the other part of this velcro. You are not supposed to place both of them on the same line. Okay, so when you place one on this side, you flip it to the other side and place the other velcro so that it can wrap around your wrist. If you don't do it this way, it's not going to work. Okay, so can you see one is here and one is on the other side? Finally, I am going to be attaching the Pincushion to the wristband, and this is me applying the gum in the middle part of my Pincushion, and I am going to be gluing it to the middle part of my wristband. So you need to be careful when using this candle gum because it can be messy sometimes. So just apply the gum only to the middle part so that your work comes out looking neat and the gum will not be so visible. And at this point, guys, I was managing my candle gum. I ran out of candle gum and it was in the night, so I had to make do with the little I had. Okay, so after gumming everything down, you're going to leave it out to dry a bit, and this is what it's looking like, guys. It's looking so pretty. I love it already. And I have a little spill over here, but it's fine. It's not so visible. So that's why I said you should be careful when you're working with candle gum because it can get messy real quick. So I'm just going to wrap this around my wrist and I'll show you what it looks like. So guys, I made a couple of this pin cushions because I don't want my pins to be disappearing on me anymore. Okay, like this is the very first one that I made in red color. I love it. I absolutely love it. And this is what it looks like with the pins on. I am so excited. Can you hear that from my voice, guys? So guys, we have come to the end of this tutorial. If you found this video helpful in any way, go ahead and give this video a like so that more people can get to see it. Subscribe to this channel if you're not yet subscribed. Drop your questions, thoughts, suggestions in the comment section. Turn on your post notification bell so that you'll be updated whenever I post new videos. And I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye.